Kentucky's Supreme Court will decide if an ordinance the city of Lexington has against panhandling is a violation of the First Amendment.
Donald Trump faces more sexual misconduct accusers, and we're learning more about the hacked Clinton campaign emails. I'm Craig Boswell at the White House. That's coming up.
It's finally here, the unofficial start of the UK basketball season. We're live inside Rupp Arena with a preview of tonight's Big Blue Madness.
This is WKYT News at 5.
Here's the question: is panhandling a public safety issue or an expression of free speech? That's the question the Kentucky Supreme Court must now answer.
Today, the state's highest court heard arguments on both sides. In 2014, Dennis Champion was cited for violating Lexington's ban on panhandling. His lawyer says the law unfairly targets beggars, while the city claims it is for the protection of both drivers and panhandlers. WKYT's Victor Puente is in Frankfort with more. It's our top story at 5.
This started when a Lexington man was arrested for panhandling almost 2 years ago. This morning, his case went in front of Kentucky's Supreme Court. Attorneys from the Department of Public Advocacy and from the Fayette County Prosecutor's Office each presented their arguments this morning to the Kentucky Supreme Court. In December of 2014, Dennis Champion was charged with panhandling in Lexington. He entered a guilty plea, but with the condition that he could challenge the legality of the ordinance he was accused of breaking. This morning, his attorney argued that the ordinance is unjust because it targets content of speech, not where that speech is happening.
That requires the government to prove that the restriction furthers a compelling interest and is narrowly tailored to achieve that interest. The ordinance fails the strict scrutiny evaluation.
A Fayette County prosecutor argued the ordinance was put in place because the city was having a problem with beggars on the side of the road, and that could be dangerous to them and drivers.
The Urban County Council solves the problems that it sees, and the problem, candidly, was beggars.
Workers in the courtroom tell me it could be several weeks or even months before we know how the court will decide. In Frankfort, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Similar citywide bans that have been challenged in federal courts have been found unconstitutional since the U.S. Supreme Court ruled last year that those bans require a compelling government interest.
Well, it looks to be a beautiful weekend in the Bluegrass. We're looking at some unseasonably warm temperatures coming up in the next few days. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell is here to share the good news with us.
Yeah, the focus of the forecast, Barb, as we head into the weekend is all about the nice parts of the weather. We are talking about another above normal run. I mean, we are going to see our temperatures go into the upper 70s and low 80s throughout the entire area this weekend. Now, we're going to mix some sun and clouds in here and maybe even a stray shower or two, but all in all, not a bad looking weekend. It's very cloudy out there today, though. You see the clouds stretching all across our skies from western Kentucky and to eastern Kentucky. We are socked in with them and even tracking a few stray showers in southern sections of the Commonwealth. And I think that's going to be the targeted zone that sees any rain out there this evening. Now, it's not going to be widespread, but at least some. Our temperatures hour by hour as we start from 7 o'clock here this evening. You can see we'll drop off into the 50s, I think, overnight, probably mid-50s in most locations out there to start the morning, maybe some upper 50s as well. And then we get into your Saturday, and we are going to track some clouds and even a small chance of a rogue shower or two. But look at that high, back into the mid and upper 70s throughout the entire area for us on Saturday. It looks absolutely fantastic. We've got even more warm air coming, though, into next week where the 80s will become widespread. I'll break that all down coming up in just a few minutes.
Jim, thank you. Donald Trump is facing more accusations of sexual assault, while Hillary Clinton has seen yet another trove of hacked emails released on WikiLeaks. Greg Boswell has the latest from the White House.
Donald Trump says women accusing him of sexual assaults are liars.
They have no witnesses. There's nobody around. They just come out. Some are doing it for probably a little fame. They get some free fame. It's a total setup.
But more women are coming forward. The Washington Post published an account from a woman who said Trump reached up her skirt in the early 90s. And Summer Zervos, a former contestant on The Apprentice, broke down as she talked about a meeting with Trump at the Beverly Hills Hilton.
He then grabbed my shoulder and began kissing me again very aggressively and placed his hand on my breast.
The Trump campaign says it has proof that will discredit some of the accusers, but has yet to reveal it. Hillary Clinton is facing her own challenges as WikiLeaks continues its daily release of hacked emails from her campaign chairman, John Podesta. In one of the exchanges, a pollster argued for Clinton changing her mind about the TPP trade deal, saying there are no other issues that labor cares about. This is it for them, and they actually have voters on their side. Clinton did eventually change her position on the issue, something Trump has used against her ever since. Clinton's taped appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres Show aired Friday, and she hosted a fundraising event in Seattle. Craig Boswell, CBS News, the White House.
Clinton and Trump will square off in their final presidential debate Wednesday night in Las Vegas. You can watch it right here on WKYT.
The wife of a man accused in a southern Kentucky murder has been arrested more than 800 miles away in New Jersey. Our county-by-county coverage at 5 begins in Cumberland County. State police say Pamela Blair was arrested this morning in Berkeley, New Jersey, which is between Newark and Atlantic City. Her husband Daniel is accused of shooting 38-year-old Michael Taylor to death Wednesday night in Burkesville. Daniel Blair is charged with murder. It's not clear what charges his wife is facing. In Laurel County, a grand jury has indicted a man on several charges, including attempted murder of a police officer. Police say Daniel Fox Jr. stole his mother's car and crashed it on Highway 25, damaging 2 other cars. When police caught up with him, they say he tried to fight them off. Fox is now facing 15 charges. In Franklin County, 2 people have been injured in a workplace accident. It happened last night at Monoplast, an auto parts supplier in Frankfort. The company says the accident involved an overhead crane. One employee was flown to UK hospital with a head injury where she had emergency surgery. We do not know how she's doing. Another employee was treated at a local hospital. We do know that the state will be investigating.
It is the day the Big Blue Nation looks forward to all year. Tonight is Big Blue Madness, the unofficial start to basketball season in the Bluegrass. Thousands of fans are expected to fill Rupp Arena tonight, and that's where we find WKYT's Rob Bromley, who is live courtside. Hello, Rob.
Hello, guys, and here we are, the floor of Rupp Arena, as we get ready for the 2016 edition of Big Blue Madness, the first time for the season that the Wildcats take the Rupp Arena floor. Now, Madness dates all the way back to 1982. It's been around a long time. The Wildcat fan base absolutely loves it. One of the traditions is players dancing as they are introduced. Here's Dominique Hawkins doing his thing from last season. But dancing tonight would seem to be least likely for one of the freshmen.
Probably Brad. It'd probably be Brad.
Why is that?
I don't think Brad can dance, honestly.
If someone dances tomorrow, who should it not be?
Brad. Brad Calipari.
Why do you say that?
Because it's Brad. The coach's son. He ain't supposed to do anything like that.
Well, that's the way it is. Big Blue Madness on Friday night. We will get you set at 5:30 on the CW Lexington. It's before the Madness. Dave Baker and Christy Thomas will host 90-minute preview of this year's Wildcats. So we will find out who dances and who doesn't dance later on this evening. I'll be back shortly in sports in the next half hour. Cal talks about how he thinks this team will play in the coming season, and it should be a really, really good basketball team. Barb, Amber, back to you.
Rob, thank you. That dancing is so very important. Kentucky fans are understandably quite excited. WKYT's Monique Blair is talking to fans outside the arena. She joins us now from the Lexington Center.
Doors to Rupp Arena will open here in just a few moments at 5:30, and I can tell you there are already plenty of excited Big Blue Nation fans here ready to watch their teams practice. Tonight is the night some people start planning for a year in advance, and many of them, as you may remember, camped out a couple of weeks ago just to secure their tickets to this practice. So tonight is finally here, and it is the night fans will get a close-up look at both the men's and women's UK basketball teams. There will be practice drills, videos, and fans will get to hear from both coaches. This year, UK is also asking for the fans to really get involved in the event. There will be an interactive light show originating from your cell phones. So if you'll be here, you can also be a part of the light show by downloading the Kentucky Game Day Wildcats app from your app store by searching Kentucky Wildcats. Folks are here from all over the nation. Jamie Holland and her fiance traveled from Indiana, and they say this will be their first time seeing the cats in person.
We got here like a couple hours early, so we've been looking around at the different shops and getting a bite to eat and stuff like that. Just really can't wait. We're so excited. We can't wait to get in the doors.
First time at a UK basketball event. Tonight, fans will enter Rupp Arena by walking through these metal detectors. This is just one of several new policies that's being implemented this season here at Rupp. In Lexington, Monique Blair, WKYT.
And again, if you like, you can head over to the CW Lexington at 5:30 for Before the Madness with Dave Baker and Christy Thomas. Big Blue Madness airs at 7 on the SEC network. You may be able to smoke a Cuban cigar legally in the near future. We'll tell you why in 11 minutes.
And later in Better Living, tomorrow is Global Hand Washing Day. We'll have some tips on how to best prevent the spread of disease.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
Don't let these gray skies put you down, because let me tell you what, temperatures are about to go up as we head into the weekend, and we're going to have a really good-looking forecast coming at you, even with a small mention of rain out there. Let's look to the outside where you can see those clouds. Hanging out with us here in Lexington, you can see the big blue building off in the distance there as well. We are at 67 in Lexington. Winds are coming out of the east at around 6 miles per hour. So a little on the cool side, but guess what? This is around normal for this time of year. We're finally close to normal. It's fantastic being there. That little crisp nature to the air makes it all worth it. We've got some very warm stuff showing up too, though. We are in the 70s, mid and even upper at points today across southern portions of Kentucky. We're at 74 in Monticello, 74 in London, 77 Middlesboro. While all around us, you're going to find 64, 65, 66, and of course 67 in Lexington as mentioned. But you compare that to just yesterday. Now we're all a little bit warmer because it was cooler yesterday in most spots. But you compare that to yesterday in southern and eastern Kentucky, and they are off the charts warmer. They are anywhere from about 5 to 10 degrees or even higher compared to the same time yesterday. Everybody else didn't change very much. We're about 3 degrees warmer here in Lexington, but you get the general idea here. We've got that warmer air coming into play. And even a rogue shower showing up in northern parts of McCreary County, getting ready to cross over into southern Laurel and maybe even clip the folks there in northern Whitley, with more showers starting to fill in, and even the leading edge of that trying to get into Wayne County. So we could, if you're out to high school football this evening, you could run into a game or two where it's a shower. It will be possible. Again, not a washout, but some showers. All the cloud cover you see that's stacked up across Kentucky right now will continue. As we talk about Keeneland, we look ahead. Got a slight chance of rain on Saturday, but it's, you know what, I really want to cover it up. It's more about that 76. Same thing here. On Sunday, it's more about that 79. Don't get too locked in on the rain chances, because they are going to be very small, if anything at all comes together. But data keeps pointing that there might be just enough moisture out there. All right, let's head through the hour by hour. We get into the morning, or into the overnight and into the morning hours. You see the 50s are still around, and even some 60s in some cases. But tomorrow, 70s are back. New run of the data, not even picking up on that shower chance. I still think there might be a small one, so just keep that in mind. Break out into sunny skies for you tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Clouds will thicken up again, though, as we get into Sunday, as we'll be tracking another small rain chance. Got a front that's going to be very close to us at that point. So I'm going to keep that mention of rain around. But overall, you see the green on the middle of the graphic there. It just means go, because it's going to be fantastic otherwise. Next week, though, guys, much more potent front gets in here again, of course, like it has been the past few weeks, and it'll shake things up again.
But green means go.
Green means
We're
go,
okay.
and have a ball.
Thank you, Jenny.
We can do that.
Okay.
Keeneland traffic this afternoon in and outbound Versailles Road, seeing 15 to 20 minutes worth of delays there on Versailles Road right in front of Keeneland at times. Collision on the inner loop of the Circle and Alumni, not making things any easier for us. Traffic's bumper to bumper getting past that, but it is slowly trickling past that area, New Circle and Alumni. There's also a crash at Harrodsburg and Wellington, and one a little closer to downtown, Oliver Lewis Way. That collision was just cleared. To Versailles, dealing about 22 minutes or so. To Paris, 26, and Richmond, 25 minutes. Now back to you in the studio.
Officials in Frankfurt unveiling their new public safety building. We'll take you inside just ahead.
This news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Here's Here's a look at some of the most viewed stories on our website right now. Corbin police are investigating the shooting of a well-known businessman. A Garrett County teenager was killed in a crash in Washington County earlier this week. And you can find the results of our WKYT investigation into Fayette County property tax delinquents. The Obama administration is easing restrictions on some of Cuba's most famous exports. Starting Monday, travelers to Cuba can bring home normal import amounts of Cuban rum and cigars for personal use. And for the first time, American travelers will be allowed to bring home those Cuban cigars and alcohol purchased in any other country. It still won't be possible to order online and have them shipped internationally. The U.S.-Cuba embargo remains in effect, though, and can only be lifted by an act of Congress.
Officials in Frankfort cut the ribbon on a new public safety building this afternoon. The new building brings the sheriff's office and the coroner's office under one roof. It also has storage space for the county's voting machines. The Franklin County Judge Executive says the new building was a perfect opportunity to bring multiple offices together.
The coroner's been one place, the clerk's voting machines have been in another, and the sheriff was in a building where we really needed. We were either going to have to replace the whole building or spend lots of money in repairing it.
The new building is on Riverbend Road, just off the West Frankfort connector.
Officials with the U.S. Department of Agriculture visited a Fayette County school today to celebrate National School Lunch Week. USDA Deputy Undersecretary Dr. Katie Wilson ate lunch with students at Coventry Oak Elementary. Officials say they want to encourage students to participate in school lunch programs, which allows them to have access to healthy foods and introduces them to new foods to eat.
When you go into a school cafeteria, and you see all these lovely colors and it's presented in a very professional manner, students are choosing the fresh fruits and vegetables, a lot of the other choices that they have for main entree, and they're sitting at the table, and when I stop and talk to them, students won't tell you a lie. They love the food here, and so that's a great sign that students are getting ready to learn.
Dr. Wilson also visited Stonewall Elementary today to meet Ruby Allnut, who recently marked her 50th year working in the cafeteria there. Congratulations to her.
Good for her. Coming up at 5:30, police in southern Kentucky are searching for a man accused of scamming several businesses.
How Facebook is coming to the living room, and more women are planning on having a baby. That's next in Better Living. It is time now for Better Living, health, education, and consumer news that impacts your life. Tomorrow is Global Hand Washing Day. It seems like a simple thing, but experts say hand washing saves lives. Kim Hutcherson has more about the proper techniques and why they're important.
Global Hand Washing Day is a time to shine a spotlight on the best practices and benefits of washing your hands with soap and water. Keeping hands clean can prevent about 1/3 of diarrheal illnesses and almost 1 in 6 episodes of respiratory infections, 2 of the top killers of young children around the world. Experts say hands should be washed before, during, and after food prep and before eating. Before and after caring for a sick person or cleaning a wound, after using the toilet or changing diapers, after touching animals, animal food, or animal waste, and after touching garbage. Proper technique is important too. You should use clean running water. Lather your hands with soap. Be sure to wash between your fingers, the backs of your hands, and under your nails. Scrub for at least 20 seconds. Then rinse well, also using clean running water. There are many diseases and medical conditions that can be spread by dirty hands. Improved hand hygiene can keep us from getting sick and keep us from spreading germs to other people. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
More women in the United States expect to have children sometime in the future than they did in 2002. A Centers for Disease Control and Prevention study surveyed nearly 6,000 women, finding half between the ages of 15 and 44 expected to have children. That's up from 46% in 2002. Those women who want children only want 2, which is down slightly from the last time they were surveyed in 2002. The survey did not address what was behind the increase, but the authors of the study say the results could indicate a higher U.S. birth rate at some point in the future. Americans spent more money last month. The Commerce Department says retail sales rose 0.6% in September. Sales at department stores are still struggling, but Americans are spending more at restaurants. And now you can watch Facebook video on your own TV. Facebook added Apple TV and Chromecast support. If you're watching a video on your smartphone, you'll see a button that will send it to your Apple TV or other device that's hooked up to your television. Now, here's what's coming up for you at 5:30.